Good morning, everyone. I'm Tom Broderick, the mayor. Appreciate you all being out here. How are you doing today? We enjoy no rain right now. We like that. I'm very proud to be here as your mayor to be honoring a citizen of our community who provided a great deal of leadership and helped make this community a better place to live. I'd like to welcome all of the family and friends that are here. I know there's several of you I had a chance to meet very briefly. Hope we can talk here in a little bit. At some point during this presentation, I'm going to ask you to come up if you would like to and say a few words, because we're here today, of course, to honor Carrie Mae Hyatt for all that she's done for our community. You know, Carrie Mae was a pretty busy person, not just in what she did for our community, but obviously as a mother. She had 7 children, and unfortunately, one of her daughters, Linda, passed away in 2011. Her other 6 children survive her, and it's my understanding that 5 are here today. So again, anyone whose family or friend that would like to stand up here a little bit later and talk a little bit about Carrie Mae, we can do that. It's my understanding in talking to her son, and those of you that are family know that Carrie Mae lived right down the street here. So this was her neighborhood. As he pointed out, this is where he learned how to ride a bike. Carrie Mae taught her children well. Obviously, one of the greatest legacies anybody can have are the children. And I know right now she would be looking down very proud of all of you and proud of this event here. I'm sorry she can't be here to see it. I was approached early on by one of the family members, grandchild, Yolanda Page, who asked us to consider naming this street in memory of her grandmother. Of course, Carrie Mae's name has been familiar in this community for many, many, many years because of all of her hard work and efforts. And of course, we have a local food pantry that's named after her. So it was an easy choice to say yes, and I'm so happy that we're able to do that today. In addition to being just a great community leader and a great mother, Carrie Mae involved herself in many community activities. Some of those involved being with the Citizens Action Coalition, being a member of the Urban League. She was the director of the first food bank in Madison County. She was active and a member of the Black Expo, and she served as a volunteer and helped to organize the annual Geter Center Thanksgiving Day dinner with Brother James Warner. She was also a strong advocate against domestic violence. And many years ago, she worked with a person that I was proud to also know, John German, who at that time was president of the city council, to help establish the first public housing organization here in Anderson. She gave so much of herself to the citizens of Anderson, and in particular the families who lived on the so-called west side of town. She is most vividly remembered for her work to address food insecurity here in Anderson and programs to improve the lives and families here in this part of the community. She would be amazed today to see what's going on, of course, across not just this country, but in our community. But she would be proud of knowing that many of the efforts that she put in place helped us all to continue to survive and do better. So I'm very proud, again, as the mayor of the city today, to be able to be part of this dedication. I do want to acknowledge and recognize the family members. Her daughter, Constance Clark, or Connie Clark, is unable to be here because she is in Alabama, was unable to make the trip, but sends her well wishes. Her son, Ivan Hyatt, her daughter, Karen Hyatt, son, Kevin Hyatt, daughter, Marjorie Hyatt, son, Terry Hyatt, and again, her granddaughter, Yolanda Page. Thank you for all being here today, and in a few moments we will unveil this. I'll ask the family members to come up and help us to unveil the sign. We also have a few certificates for you that you can take home that honors your mother and grandmother. So at this time, if I might ask, is there anybody here that would like to say a few words regards to your mom or your grandmother? You can do it. Come on up, guys. You're you guys go.
Thank you, sir.
Oh, you're more than welcome. Thank you.
Thank y'all for coming out here. My name's Kevin Hyatt, and I'm one of the last of the 7. This is the other one. But anyway, y'all, you know, my mama was a great mom. You know, I can remember living down here when she had this house built. And the food pantry was over there, you know. She used to take me to the food pantry and help box up stuff. And me and my Uncle Steve would go down to Chicago, pick up a load and stuff, you know. So she instilled in me how to give and help people. But on my journey, you know, I kind of drifted away as I got older. But I got back on track, and now today, you know, due to my mama teaching me and watching what she do, now I work for St. Vincent de Paul, and I'm cooking and feeding the homeless and the needy today. And it's an honor for me to do that. Cause you know my God, you know He never left me, but He showed me, and I had to go through some things, you know. So I tell folks today, whatever you're going through, it's gonna be all right. And you know, like I say, and I get to talk and help people today. And that's what I love doing because of my mama. So, you know, it's a good day, y'all. Thank you.
Well, he always did want to talk too much. But anyway, I'm Karen. I'm the youngest and probably the smartest. But my mom taught me well. And was one thing that she really taught me the best was to care for others. And that's what I'm doing. I walk around daily saying, oh, I got Carrie Mae in me so much. And I appreciate that because you can't change me because I am Carrie Mae Hyatt Jr. You see the resemblance? But my mom was a great lady. I can recall one incident when she woke me up in the middle of the night and called Judge Newman and woke him up. She said, Karen, we got to go downtown. I said, 3 o'clock in the morning? She said, yeah, I got it like that. And we went downtown. Judge Newman met us down there and everything. We took care of business. But my mom, you know, the last 8 months of her life, I was with her daily. And I got to know her better then all my life. And she told me, she said, Karen, if you don't do anything else in your life, make sure you do for others because you treat people like you want to be treated. So she's not forgotten. She's still here because she's in me. So I appreciate you all coming out, and she was a great woman, and thank you.
Thank you, Karen. Thank you, Kevin.
Thank you. Good afternoon. Come on. So my grandmother, Ruth Taylor, one of her very best friends was Carrie Mae Hyatt. And so I see Reverend Hunt, and I see who's the president of the Black Chamber, and I see Mr. Burgess, who's the president of the NAACP. And I just want to say that Yolanda and I are good friends, and I guess we were destined to be good friends because our grandmothers were best friends. And we are standing on the shoulders of people like Carrie Mae Hyatt. So it is an absolute honor to serve this community. I work in economic development, neighborhood revitalization, and I go so hard for this community because of people like Carrie Mae Hyatt. So just want to say that we appreciate you all, those that are here. I see you, Wendy Carter. I see so many of you that are out here in these neighborhoods advocating for the people because of people like Carrie Mae Hyatt.
Thank you, baby. Thank you, Anika. Good morning, everybody. It's an honor and a privilege. I hope I don't break down up here. Thank y'all all for coming out. This was a long process. This was a long journey, but I just want to give accolades to Stacy Johnson, who was patiently enduring in this process. I definitely want to tell her, shout out, kudos to her for her hard work. Thank you, Mayor Broderick. Thank you, David Ikes and the staff for Anderson City, Terry Austin. Thank you, everybody, for making this process happen. We're honored, and it's overwhelming. It's overwhelming to me. It's just overwhelming. Thank you all.
I'm just going to say a few words. I want to thank everybody for coming out in appreciation for my late mother. She'll be so grateful for all this, and with everything going in the world with the COVID-19 and the racial issues we got in America, I think it's only fitting to say something about like Black Lives Matter, and she will be on the forefront of that. And, you know, we have to come together in unity and just make this world a better place to live, and I think that's what she would want, you know. And like, once again, thanks a lot for coming out.
Yes, I'm Ivan. I just want to say thanks for coming out and thanks for being here. My mother will be very, very proud right now because, like I said, I grew up in this neighborhood, and I think everything in her is in me because she's the type of person that told me if you can help somebody, you will get help. So therefore, I just want to say thank you very much. Come out, it's just like she's not really gone because I still can't go out and mess up because she's right there. She would straighten me out in a minute. I was the type of person that's always uptown doing this, doing that. And she told me one time, she said, you can be anybody you want to be and do anything you want to do. All you got to do is try hard and put God in it. And, that lets me know today that people have not forgot about what's happening. So this is a great day in Anderson to get a street named after you, because that just don't happen everywhere you go, to get a street named after you. So, I just want to say thank you very much. Come out, and God bless all you.
Wow, the mask came off. Good morning, everyone. I'm little Stevie Jones, Carrie Hyatt's baby brother. People said, your mother, Miss Hyatt. I said, no, that's not my mother, that's my sister. So then she became my sister mom. We was born and raised 3 houses down here, and later on, Carrie built a house down there. On this corner right here, I used to be able to come to the end of the fence and barely look over it to see Hazelwood School, Joe Boone's little candy store, Joe Boone's house. I mean, this whole neighborhood here was just full of loving people. I grew up under the leadership of the community, all of the deacons of the churches who really controlled Anderson, Indiana. We had the pastors that would lead us in worship on Sundays, and then the deacons throughout the week would control the neighborhood. We need to get back to that. Let our officials and leaders come out and be recognized. I'm thanking the mayor today. I knew his father. Carrie would call, get up, put a suit on, meet me up to the courthouse. I said, what now? But this is how she did. And coming up, she was a leader, I would say, behind the scenes. And then when she did come out, everyone recognized her. Miss Hyatt, Miss Hyatt, Miss Hyatt. I want to thank everyone for coming out. I really appreciate it. I know she's smiling down on us. And everyone, be safe. Let's use common sense. And let's come together as one. Thank you again, everyone.
Reverend Wilkins.
Thank you, Mayor Broderick and the Hyatt family. It is indeed an honor to have this street named after Mrs. Hyatt. I came to Anderson in 2014, so I didn't know her personally, but I've heard so much about her that I feel like I know her. In fact, I think she's one of those people that Jesus was talking about in Matthew 25:41. When he was talking to him, he said, when I was hungry, you fed me. But the thing about her is she didn't just feed people. She did whatever was necessary for the least of these. And Jesus said, whenever you do for the least of these, you do it unto me. And so I just see Carrie Hyatt as the person for us to emulate. She was the example for us. And so I'm grateful that the food pantry is named for her, Carrie Hyatt Westside Community Food Pantry. And I'm also grateful that pretty soon we'll not only have a street named for her, but there will be a building at the corner of 14 and Arrow that, and many of you, that we will house the food pantry with a sign and her name on it. And so thank you for this opportunity to let you know what's coming ahead. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you, Reverend Wilkins. Thank you very much. I'd also like to acknowledge Joe Newman, one of our council persons, is here also. Thank you, Joe, for being here. Fred Reese. Fred is a member of the Madison County Council, and he's here. And already Terry Austin was acknowledged. He's also a state representative. So thank you guys for all being here, not only in your personal capacities, but in your official capacities as well. So at this time, I'll go ahead and ask again the family members and friends that want to take part, come over here. We'll go ahead and get ready to display the sign. And again, thank you all so very much for coming out. I'll let everybody take a couple pictures. Come on up. What we'll do is go ahead and a couple pictures, and then we'll count it down, okay?